Hi, I'm Emily, and I am here with Maya Murphy's attorney, Ephraim J. Fink. Attorney Fink practices at Maya Murphy's Westport, Connecticut office and is admitted to practice law in both Connecticut and New York. My question today for Attorney Fink is, I have been advised that I must fill out a form about my finances regarding my divorce case against my spouse. How do I find it and fill it out?
Good morning, Emily. Great question. This is probably one of the most important documents before the final divorce judgment agreement that both parties must submit to the court and exchange with each other, and it's called the JDFM-6, or Financial Affidavit in a Connecticut Divorce Action. Sometimes, if the divorce case lasts more than 6 months, the financial affidavit has to be updated. Everyone knows that bank accounts fluctuate up and down, and sometimes people can change jobs or sell some personal assets. So the financial affidavits are rarely one-time submissions written in stone. Nevertheless, they are an affidavit. That is, you're swearing under oath to what your finances are at a particular moment in time. I want to discuss some aspects of how it is completed and how it functions in a divorce action. A financial affidavit is a snapshot for the court of the parties' respective income, expenses, assets, and debts. It is found on the Connecticut Judicial website under the heading Forms. One is a long form if your annual income or assets are over $75,000, and the short form is for parties whose income or assets are below $75,000. Generally, an earnings statement from your employer will help you fill out the income section. The unorthodox feature that the financial affidavit puts parties through is that it asks for gross and net earnings and mandatory deductions broken down to a weekly basis, which we are not always used to. There are formulas, however, to take care of that, whether multiplying by 12 for months and then dividing by 52 for weeks to arrive at accurate numbers. The financial affidavit has many categories for you to explain derived income, whether it be from a base salary, bonus, commissions, hourly pay, tips, dividends, almost any type or form of compensation structure. The same goes for expenses. Typically, we think of our bills as monthly costs, oil, electric, phone bill, if you will. But when breaking the bills down to weekly amounts, it does not have to be perfect to the penny. The key is to be consistent. If, say, your monthly oil bill is $300, then your financial affidavit should not indicate that oil costs you $150 per week. The financial affidavit allows you to mark what expenses you are covering and what someone else might be paying for you. This is important because in a divorce, you still want to impress upon the court what your weekly lifestyle total expenses are, regardless of the source from where they are paid from. On the debts or liabilities section, it is important as an opportunity to show the court if you are behind on bills or you have significant creditor buildup issues that hamper your ability to pay alimony or child support, or whether you will be able to maintain a separate household once you're detached from your spouse. Whether it's credit cards or taxes, healthcare bills, or student loans, debts are also viewed as either sole or joint, which allows the parties to address how debts should be settled and who should contribute how much towards paying them down as the divorce winds through its course. The assets section is crucial, of course, because as the parties list property, like a house, car, bank and retirement accounts, stocks, and even personal items like jewelry, antiques, and collections and furnishings, it shows whether there is a disparity as to what the parties believe the marital pie consists of, as well as what they think property and assets are worth. When there is a great divide between the parties, stated value of items, it helps determine whether assets need to be appraised by a neutral party or an expert to give the court a better idea as to fair market value, instead of listening to bickering and uninformed parties who are guessing what something is worth. The financial affidavits also allow parties to inform the court as to whether the current status of healthcare insurance coverage for the family and whether there is any life insurance and what's going on there. Nobody can get divorced in Connecticut without this document being submitted timely and completely and occasionally updated. If you need assistance finding and figuring out how to fill out your financial affidavit for your Connecticut divorce and want to know the best strategies, how to use it effectively, please call me today at Maya Murphy PC at 203-221-3100.
Attorney Fink is available 24/7 and can be reached by calling 203-221-3100. You can also email Attorney Fink at efink@mayalaw.com, and please visit mayalaw.com for more information.